Hey folks, this is Orgonite Austin. Welcome back. Thank you for checking this out. So this video is about the Obolix. Okay, it is a layer of gold, then a layer of silver, then a layer of copper. I call this Obolix tape because that's what it is. It's tape for the Obolix. Then you just take the tape and you wrap it around a crystal, and there you got your Obolix. So I took some of this stuff to a friend who is a psychic. What her specialty is that she reads crystals. That's the main line of it. She reads crystals. So I took her Obolix tape to get her input on there. I recorded her feedback. She also gave me a reading called a soul ancestry reading. She said that I am a data keeper or data gatherer. It's my job to go around and gather data, and there's many data gatherers in the universe. Each galaxy has its own language, so the communication between data keepers and galaxies is like a different language. Let's see. All right, she said I'm a data collector for the universe. There's many data collectors. Each collector that collects data collects it in their own language. She said I'm building an energetic software to translate data between data collectors of different galaxies. She then talks about the Obolix as if it were a fiber optic cable for transferring data. Quartz moves light and energy. Light and energy is also data. So these things move a lot of light and data. These devices are antennas among many other things that they are. So that's what today's video is about, the Obolix. So I'm going to play the recording. I had to chop it up and amplify it because she talks so quietly. So we're gonna do the good stuff. Okay. All right. Let's get started. Let's see what she says.
There you go. Ooh, we got a hand clap on that one.
Oh, that hand clap.
There you go.
A hand clap she heard from her angels because she gave me some accurate information. They were like, all right, that's what he needed to hear. Okay.
Ooh, we got a hand clap on that one. Okay. All right. So, you're powerful. They mess with frequency, don't they? Okay.
I want to know what happens when these are added to it. When the tape is added to
Copper
it.
strips.
Yeah.
And you also are adding silver. Okay.
It's a layer of gold, a layer of silver, and then a layer of copper.
Okay, so it's all there. I'm noticing how it's absorbing the energy. You know, I mean, look at the color it's
Absorbing the energy.
Copper is very conductive. So, okay, here's the science. So you're supposed to, have you seen the crystal spiral?
No, what is that?
Okay, I can send it to you. It's something that I teach in my crystal class.
Okay.
It's literally how crystals work. They have a frequency pattern. And it is the crystal spiral. And literally, we need to look at the frequency patterns of gold, silver, and copper and see the direction they are moving, those atoms are moving, versus the direction that the crystal spiral is moving, to see how it's combining and what it's creating. Because it's taking it, I mean, this is taking this to the next power. The crystals are, you know, because they absorb and they work with various energies. They work with light, magnetic, thought forms, just lots of different energy. Crystals work with energy. So they're literally working with the conductive energy of these metals. So,
Okay, so crystalline structures move energy. Many crystalline structures exist. Quartz, copper, silver, gold, among many of other things. Crystalline structures move energy. So we're combining a bunch of crystalline structures together in a form of what I would perceive and call as descending frequencies or ascending frequencies. Gold is the highest frequency of this stuff, and then copper is the lowest, and I don't know where quartz would fall in front or behind of that. But what's coming to me right now is what identifies the frequency of the substance is the lattice of the crystalline structure. Okay, copper is like that. All right, that's copper. It's like that. Quartz is like that. So copper is more. You get it. All right. Okay.
they're showing me it's like a big antenna.
Yeah, somebody said that it makes it just shoot straight up.
And out. It's very expansive. So they're showing me actually someone, the alchemist, possibly you, putting this together. And this has a bit to do with the software you're working on. It's part of it. It's an exchange.
The software that she's talking about is an energetic software that is going to be used to translate data between data gatherers throughout the galaxy.
Frequency, information. It's like fiber optics, like creating new fiber optics.
She said antenna, she said fiber optics. These things move energy. Moving energy is, in this case, transmitting data, moving data.
It's creating, this has its own set of fiber optics, and then you put this on there and it creates the next level of fiber optics.
So the crystal is a fiber optic, and then when we put this on there, it creates another level of fiber optic or communication or moving energy.
So it's like going from 3G to 4G.
From 3G to 4G.
Okay. It also helps you achieve theta space more easily.
Helps you achieve theta state more easily. And what she's going to go into is when you're in theta state, you have access to other things, more energy. And her analogy is it's like going up into the attic to get something and then coming back.
Of course, that gets you right to where you need to be for manifestation. With everything in theta space, it's like your energetic attic. Everything you ever need is here. It's up there in the attic, you just have to bring it down. So this gains access. So it's an amazing manifestation tool. Feel the vibration on this puppy.
She can feel the vibration of this puppy.
And look at how it's, because it wasn't this color before you wrapped it, was it?
Okay, now she's saying that the crystal was not the same color as it is now before I wrapped it. I don't know. That's her take on it. Could be.
And now it is. Now it's absorbing the. Also, we need to look up the health benefits of gold, silver, and copper because it's absorbing those minerals. So it will aid in, like it will help with arthritis, anything that those metals help heal, or anybody that needs more of that metal where it is on the periodic chart. If they need more of that in their system to be balanced again, here it is. So it's not only a manifestation tool, It's also a healing tool. But it's a healing tool on a much stronger, much more amped level. And we need to get one of these. Somebody was in here the other day, my friend has MS, and they're critical. It's kind of like that, things like that. Diseases we don't even know are coming. This will help with. As we shift into this new evolution, more disease will come. Just from the process. Things that man will not understand. This will help. So when you meet people that are critical, they need this. Okay? When the doctors have given up all hope and they just scratch their heads and they don't have a clue, they need this. It's very futuristic. It's very much, you know what's coming because you've been collecting the data for a long time. But it's not in our awareness of what's coming. You know, now we're just starting to set that, oh, that download just really made me feel bad. This made me, oh, no, you know. It's just the tip of the iceberg. So you're working on a lot of tools to help with this evolution. So basically, I think that's what's different with your ancestry, energetic ancestry, is you tend to move more on the tool side.
I tend to move more on the tool side, is what she said. I like the science.
Tangibles.
Mm-hmm.
I like the science.
Yep, very much more. And that's what's different from the other data collectors. Can I touch this?
Yes, yes.
Now she's asking, can she touch this?
Wow. So I picked this up and the vision blurs.
And her vision blurs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I'm balanced. I have that symptom whenever I come near something, and it isn't something, it doesn't have to be something I shouldn't be around. Most of the time it is. But also things like that's happened to me when I have cranial sacral work done. Same thing, but that's healing.
Her vision blurs.
But it also happens to me when I run into pesticide or something that I shouldn't be around. It's just my reaction to energy. And sometimes it's too much for my system.
And you think this is kind of kicking it up?
Oh gosh, yeah. It's just sit down. I'm like, my God. You know, I'm sitting here thinking about, gosh, maybe I need to wrap this around my finger. You know, maybe that would help. You know, and.
She said she may need to wrap this worm up because the energy is a little too much for her.
And you're going to have to make different levels of this because some people, this will be way too overwhelming for them. You know. Some people will be so sensitive, this will throw them the other way, out of balance. So you might have to make different.
There's 3 layers of gold, 3 layers of silver, 3 layers of copper. So I can cut that down.
Yeah. Some people are just too sensitive for this. This is a lot. It's a lot. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't good, and now I feel very balanced and feel very good. So, but it is very, very healing, they're showing me my meridians. It's moving through my meridians. It's balancing, it's connecting on a cell level. Synapse, I see here, synapse.
Okay, she said synapse like a broken record, okay? That was out of the ordinary. I think somebody needs to look into the synapses and see what dots we can connect, okay? Now that brings me to the most educational book I have ever read in my entire life regarding energy work, the science behind it, electromagnetics of the body. One example, and she says synapse. One example that she talks about in this book is Dr. Pop, P-O-P-P. He's playing with cancer cells, and he identifies that some cancer cells do not allow light to pass through it. So he persevered on shining the light on those cancer cells, and then those cancer cells transmuted into healthy cells. Now, there is a method of curing lung cancer by using red light, inserting red light into the lung. There's a method of curing Parkinson's disease by wrapping the body in blue light. And another method of accomplishing that is also being in the sunlight. So, I forgot where I was going, fuck. Oh yeah, synapses. So I'm thinking that the energy that comes from this, the light, the infrared, the actual electromagnetics that penetrates into the skin and into the body, this thing is shining some sort of light or energy into the body, and it's within the synapses where it's taking place. Now, what I recall, I believe that the synapses is like the area between cells where electricity and salt and water action happens. So there's water, salt, electricity between the synapses. And she's like a broken record. She said synapse, synapse, synapse. Where is that?
Of the cells. On a cell level, synapse. I see here, synapse of the cells. It's working on that. So it works at a cellular level to heal. You will also be working on creating these where you create them to put them around the person's body. You'll be creating good. And the person will lay in the middle of it, but they won't be this strong. Because the good will have to connect. And you're going to have to play with it. You're going to have to play with it. You're going to have to play with, because you might get somebody that's critical. In that state. And it might need to be a little stronger, but that might send them into a healing process. So you're going to have to play with it. It's like fine-tune the dial. So you're going to have different ones made out of different frequencies, different strong, weakest to the strongest. Okay? Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, her hand is just tingling.
She said her hands are tingling. Wow, is that it? Did we actually record it? Okay, so there's the take on all of it. Let me see. Okay, find the direction of the spin of the atoms and the molecules. Hold on, we did not cover that one. Hold on, what's going on? Whoa, did I just miss something?
It's connecting on a cell level. Synapse, I see here, synapse of the cells. It's working on that. So it works at a cellular level.
Oh yes, no. So she said something about the spiral of the quartz, the crystal spiral. And then she starts talking about, did I miss that? And then she starts talking about how the atoms of the crystal spin and the atoms of the metals spin. And she said we need to find out the direction of the spin of the quartz, the direction of the spin of the metals, the atoms, and figure out the correlation between that and how to connect those together to work together, because the atoms are spinning and we need to know the direction they're spinning, and that information is going to give us more understanding. I guess I'm still collecting data. Okay, what else we got? Okay, so the quartz works with conductive energy of metals. Metals are crystalline structure. We did that, yes. Okay, so you combine the quartz and the metals. 1 + 1 = 3 gives a synergistic aspect. Okay. Quartz moves energy, aka information, like fiber optics. Metals do the same thing. We did cover that. Helps with a theta state, which is where we can access things. It's like going into the attic to get tools that you need. And okay, we have covered it all. Cool. This is Orgonite Austin. I love you.